Reborn. I turned my back on the thankless heiress and chose her greatest enemy. Now she lives with regret. My second life began the day the Davenports asked me to treat Chloe. This time, I just looked at her in that wheelchair and said, "Miss Davenport, those legs are destroyed. No one can fix them." You see, in my past life, I was born with healing blood that could cure any illness. After I fixed the paralyzed legs of New York socialite Chloe Davenport, I found out the family had promised their entire inheritance to whoever could heal her. Chloe was forced to marry me, and Caleb, the man who'd gone to the Rockies to find a mythical snow lotus for her, supposedly lost his footing when he heard the news. He fell from a cliff, his fate a mystery. A year later, Chloe found Caleb's body frozen solid. She tried to make me bleed myself dry to save him. "If Caleb had just brought that snow lotus back," she shrieked, "we could have grown old together. You're the one who killed him. Ethan, if your blood is such a miracle, then bring Caleb back to life." I lowered my head and tried to explain gently, "Chloe, he's been dead for a year. I can cure the sick, but I can't raise the dead." She didn't listen. She just watched with wide manic eyes as I bled to death. When I opened my eyes again, I was back on that first day. This time, I wouldn't let that tragedy repeat itself. Hearing my refusal, Chloe slowly looked up, her face turning crimson with rage. "You're a fraud. Get out of my house." I gave a faint smile and turned to her mother. "Mrs. Davenport, if the Hayes family says something is incurable, it's hopeless. You're still young. Maybe you should consider having another child." The teacup in Chloe's hand came flying at my head. I dodged it easily, and the $1,000 cup shattered against the floor. A startled Mrs. Davenport rushed to apologize. "Mr. Hayes, I am so sorry. It's just her condition." I waved it off. "It's understandable. I'm not going to argue with a disabled person." Seeing Chloe tremble with fury, I turned and left the estate. Mrs. Davenport followed me out, her voice a desperate plea. "Mr. Hayes, is there really no other way? The Davenports will give you anything you ask." The problem wasn't that she couldn't be cured. It was that I wouldn't do it. In my past life, Chloe stubbornly believed that a single snow lotus would have fixed her legs. If she thought about it for even a second, she'd have realized a snow lotus is basically a health supplement, not a miracle drug. But when she found out my blood was the real cure, she watched me die trying to bring Caleb back. Just before I died, I overheard the staff talking. It turned out Caleb never fell picking a flower. He realized he couldn't get the Davenport fortune, so he found a new sugar mama. Her husband found out and had him thrown off a cliff. This time, I wanted nothing to do with their drama. I wished them a long, happy life together. As for Miss Davenport's legs, I'm afraid I can't help. Chloe, who had wheeled herself outside, heard me. Her voice was syrupy sweet, but dripping with anger. "Mother, Caleb is already on his way back from the Rockies with a snow lotus. My legs will be fine. I don't need anyone else's pity." Mrs. Davenport sighed. "That flower will only help with recovery. It won't get you walking again. The Hayes family is your last chance." But Chloe was defiant. "I told you Caleb will cure me." I gave her one last long look, said goodbye to Mrs. Davenport, and left. As I walked out the gates, a black SUV pulled up. A woman got out and knelt right in front of me. "Mr. Hayes, please, I'm begging you. Save my daughter." It turned out that in the accident a year ago, Chloe wasn't the only one hurt. Her frenemy, Sophia Sterling, was also a victim and had been in a vegetative state ever since.